Hello, my name is Rodney Robinson and I administer the Facebook group Pendulum, Dowsing and Energy Balancing. Today I would like to talk to you about the subject of psychic protection. And it's a big subject, so I may do more than one part to this because I do the videos in 15-minute slots. But psychic protection is a hugely important aspect of one's metaphysical work. And this became very apparent to me many years ago when I started my radionic practice that was part of my approach of alternative therapists I used at the time, which was homeopathy and acupuncture and one or two other modalities. And what I noticed was that shortly after doing some radionic therapy, I started to feel the subtle symptoms of the person that I was working on. And this was not something that bothered me, it was just a very vague feeling. But I, in time, began to realise that the symptoms changed and they matched the subject that I was working on at the time. And this told me that even though, I wasn't getting any permanent symptoms or it wasn't bothering me, they just usually lasted a short time and then just left, that my energy was being affected by doing this sort of work. There was some kind of contact going on and there was some kind of exchange of information that I was able to feel and pick up. Now, everyone who is what is termed a sensitive or a psychic does this to some degree all the time. Every time we move through energy, we pick up the different qualities of that energy. And we become aware of it more or less from the moment we get up in the morning. And then if we go out and we mix with large groups or crowds, the energy that we move through can become more active. There can be more information, different qualities of information in there, and it can become overwhelming for a sensitive or a psychic person to deal with. And it can also feel quite lonely too, because you start to think that it's you, that there's some defect in your character or personality that you can't cope with, ordinary life, just going to the shops or doing something simple like that. You also may notice that if you touch certain objects that have been handled by many other people, that you get impressions in your mind, not only impressions, but you get feelings and emotions flooding into your being. So the whole aspect of being psychic or sensitive is a double-edged sword. You can put it to your use, as we do when we use pendulum dowsing to pick up information, to become more knowledgeable, and also to use pendulum alchemy to heal ourselves, to protect ourselves, and to alter life situations and improve them in whatever way that we can do. All this is very, very good. But we still have to bear in mind that we are being left open to the energies that we are coming into contact with. And this is where psychic protection comes in. Because if you don't do that, then again you can feel rather overwhelmed. You can open channels of information, and through those channels can come all sorts of additional bits of information or certain types of energies that you didn't particularly want. That's not something that you're working with at the time, but they come in almost as a side effect to what you're doing. So there are all sorts of aspects of psychic protection. And today I wanted to start with the most obvious aspect of psychic protection, and that is, for the pendulumist, it's the pendulum that you use. Now, you've heard me talk many times about high vibrational pendulums. And it's also been a little bit of a bone of contention because some people like to describe their pendulum as just a weight on the end of a bit of string. It doesn't really matter what it is. You just swing it and get a response. Now, I disagree with that description of what a pendulum is. Of course, it is actually physically a weight on a piece of string. But there's more to any object that you come across. There's more to any object that you touch than just the physical object that you see with your eyes. And we should know this as pendularists. Anybody that uses as energy healing on any level should understand something of the nature of the energy that they're working with. And it's one of the reasons why I started the group, because I wanted to really open up this channel of information from myself and from other experts who have a feeling for and an understanding of this energy, this information that we're dealing with. Of course, we don't all understand it, and none of us understand it to its fullest extent. But there are people who have been working with it for a long time, and that's what I mean by experts. People who have come to some degree of understanding of its nature, how to utilise it in the best way, but also how to utilise it in a way that is safe and doesn't bring along unwanted effects as well. So a high vibrational pendulum is anything that has a high vibrational vibe to it. Now, in sort of conventional physics, we tend to think about Hertzian frequencies, the waveforms and low frequency, medium frequency, high frequency. But when we're talking about metaphysical objects, we're talking about subtle frequencies. So they are really only detectable through the dowsing faculty. They're of a part of the electromagnetic spectrum that is little understood. So this is why we need to use dowsing charts to find out what the vibrational frequency is. Now, this is important not only because you'll have a very powerful pendulum with which to do healing work. You can use dowsing, and obviously you can use pendulum affirmations. I call them decrees, some people call them commands. But this is really where we're utilising our intent to put out there, to direct out there, and to achieve some kind of change. So to do that, we need to have this high vibrational energy to do that. And of course, we're actually creating a vortex of energy when we spin the pendulum. And we want that energy to be of the right nature to do the job that we're hoping it can do. So before you start any kind of metaphysical work, you start with some protection, which can be a prayer, it can be affirmation, it can be pendulum decree, it can be visualization. And I want to make you aware of this really useful document, which is in the files section of the group by one of the group experts. A really excellent and useful document called Psychic Protection. Please read it and make yourself aware of it, because it contains some vitally important information. Not only information, but practical how to do instruction on protecting yourself using your pendulum so that you can do your work safely, effectively and efficiently. Now, some of this might seem a bit of a long-winded process, but it actually isn't. It can take a short matter of time. It just becomes part of your routine. But what I usually do is, if I know that I'm going to do a lot of pendulum work, which is actually most days, I do a full routine in the morning and I check my levels of protection through the day. And I note that by doing a full protocol, such as is explained in the Psychic Protection document, then I am more than 100% protected. That level, that wall of protection for me lasts the full day, right until evening. And I do my closing before I go to bed at night. And that just closes down those channels that you've opened by your dowsing work, so that they're not open during the night and can bother you on the astral plane. So you've got your pendulum, you know that it's a high vibrational frequency. You can either use a Bovis chart for this, or I like to use the percentage chart. And the percentage chart is good for all manner of things. You know, you can check anything just by asking the percentage degree of whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's your percentage degree of vitality, your percentage degree of psychic protection. You know, you can ask what is the percentage degree of energy disturbances within the room that I'm sat in. It's really limited only by your imagination. So very, very useful, and a useful check to make sure that your protection is remaining high. But your high vibrational pendulum will also be your first line of defense, because it's very hard for an object with a high vibe to it to have any low, dense vibrational energy, the kind of energy that could cause you problems, such as negative emotions, for example. It's very difficult for them to stick to a high vibrational object. So it makes sense to use one. You know, if you're in a second-hand stall and you're buying bits and bobs, say you buy some object which you like, but it's been owned by many other people beforehand, that could be perfectly fine. But it also could be associated with low dense vibrations. And so you buy that object, and then when you touch it, you bring it into your home, you're then opening up to the influence of those negative emotions, for example, or it might be some disruptive energy that's attached to it that has gained some degree of consciousness, and this could cause runs of bad luck, or, you know, arguments in the home, or it could change the atmosphere of the home, it could change your sleep pattern, your mood. So these things are very, very important to be aware of. An object is not simply an object as you see it with your eyes. It's also got an unseen shape to it, and that will determine the kind of influence it has on the energy that interacts with it. And if it's in your home, it's your home's energy. If you're wearing it like a piece of jewellery or whatever, it's your own biofield. If it's your pendulum, you're swinging that and you're creating an energy vortex, but that energy vortex is within your own biofield. So it's doubly important to make sure that all levels of protection are in place. And in my book, as well as the psychic protection that you follow as part of your protocol, part of that psychic protection is the item, the tool that you use. And then you can be confident that because of what you're using, this will not only be harmless to your biofield when you swing it around, but it will also be bringing in high vibrational energy that will add to your biofield, so that you actually end up strengthening your aura, and you actually make it less likely that you're going to be influenced by all the things that I've spoken about in this video. So I really just wanted to use this video to raise awareness of the importance of protection, okay? And there are other metaphysical techniques that you would be horrified if anybody was to suggest you do them without some sort of protection. I'm thinking about, for example, tarot cards, or some people contact spirits through mediumship, and there is a whole protocol to use before you go into this. So don't let it be any different for your pendulum practice. Thank you for listening.